All right, all right. Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? It's nice to have everybody here. It's always nice to see a good little crowd sitting in the green room waiting to come on stage with us. I guess we don't have anybody coming on stage with us. It's just me today. And so we got a good little crowd out here watching, though, and I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me this morning. As we go, and we're going to play a little bit with our day trading. I'm going to show you how to go through, and we're going to have a little fun. We haven't day traded the stock market in the morning session for a while, so I thought it would be fun to come and see how the markets are doing. But before we do that, I want to just check our portfolio very quickly. I know we want to jump right into it and start day trading, but let's see how things are going in our existing portfolio first, and then we'll go see what we want to add to it. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to slide down through here, and we can see a couple of these. I'll just open up our portfolio here, and we got the one glaring black eye right there, MSTR, and we put our order in there for three biggies, three big ones, with 73 days to go, and it's not popping like I was hoping. So MSTR is not popping like we wanted it to. So we need to do a little mitigating here. Let's come in here and just to, calm the nerves a little bit, we're going to come into our options and we're going to go out to 38 days. And we're going to come down here to our options chain and we're going to look at some calls out here. And we're going to sell some calls. All right, let's just sell a call out of the money. Let's come in here and let's just sell this one. We'll drop it on here. You can see I've got the Fibonacci projections in here. And I'm going to put that right at about 61.8. You can see that that would bring in for us $882. And that would be a nice little chunk of change that will help calm the nerves. But we got three of these things long. I kind of backed the truck up on this one, didn't I? I bought three of these damn things coming up out of this. I'm really kind of confident this thing's going to rise, or at least I was. So let's come in here and sell three of these things. So that'll pick up $2,646 at the 61% level. If this market does rise, well, if it goes up to that point, well, that'll be a $7,600 a piece. So we won't feel bad about that, right? We make $7,000 per, and we got three of them. And then, of course, that would be at expiration. We'd see what they'd be at the time. And then this is kind of cap our profits, anything above that, but we'll take the $2,600. So, and then if it doesn't rise, if it kind of tinkers around here, at least that $2,600 will help mitigate some of the losses. Right now we're down $1,900 on this thing. So that would cover our losses, our existing losses, but we got to hang on to this thing, right? So to have that pay off. So we have to wait and see. It's always a waiting game. So we're going to put that on there. Let's go ahead and we'll limit order into that. Since we're selling, we got to go to the bid. We're going to go to 860. So we got to bring that down. Oh, the spreads are going to be pretty nasty on this one. We're going to have to pay $120 in spread, 860. Go ahead and place that. And we got a first fill first thing in the morning. That was nice. It's been really slow to fill lately. And today, to have that thing pop in there like that makes me feel happy. All right. So we got that one taken care of. Let's go over and look at another one real quick. I don't want to spend a lot of time here because we got to get over there and start day trading. App Lovin'. This one we couldn't put an option on because when we were looking at it, the volume was too low. Although it's picked up right now. We could come in here. Let's look at 100 days. Oh, no, still. Not a good option volume. Not at the 100-day level anyway, and that's kind of what I would want to buy. So we just got some shares in here. We just put 15 shares in there. We got another limit order in here to pick some more up at 61.8 if it pulled back. But we are anticipating staying above those blue lights in there and a continuation of the uptrend. So that one's good. We're up $170. Can't complain about that. MicroStrategy. Now we're going on to the Onion. Here we go with Onion. on Onan Holdings, whatever that is. And again, another one that's fluffing out on us a little bit. If we draw our Fibonacci ruler in here, Lan, you weren't going to spend a lot of time. I know. You can see we're right here bouncing off the 38.2. The sad thing is, this is a B1. And it should go. It should rip. It should rip out of this B1 right here. This is A1, clear down here. A1. Clear down here. We had a nice run. Man, that was a beautiful run. So I thought we'd get a continuation. I still think we will. I don't want to don't want to hitting the 38.2. I think it was just getting a little bit of a pullback here on a rally. I think it'll end up, we might have to wait a little while. It might, how many days we got on this thing? 101 days. I don't know what it's doing. I hope we don't have to sit here and watch it go through a big old reaccumulation stage right through here. That's not going to be fun if it sits there and bounces around in here for a while. So given that, I guess let's see if we could come out here 38 days and sell a call against it. How many of these do we have? Positions. Chart. We have 2 of them. Might as well sell a call. See if we can get a call out of this thing. Oh, there's nothing in it. Oh, Jiminy crickets. $174. All we can get out of that thing right there. I don't want that. That's at 23.6. Clear up here. Nothing in it. That's disappointing. All right. Well, let's just wait. All right. Let's not do anything right now. Let's not get a little upset. Palantir. Ugh, look at Palantir. Oh my goodness, with Palantir. What are we going to do with Palantir? It's like a runaway child. A1. B1. Ugh. C1. Palantir. I got so much money in Palantir. And it's topping out up in here. This is not looking good for us. We're going to need to lighten our load. Actually, I don't know. This market never pulled back on any of these. B1, it never pulled back. Well, it hit that one, pulled back, but it never. Look at this. It's just been on a Trump train. Well, that one, it almost pulled back to 38.2. I don't know if we got any more in there on that one. I think we did. I think we put some more in there. But then it broke the B2, and then it just died. Died with a B2 in here. Look at that ugly little, or B1, I mean. This ugly little B2 right here. So disappointed in Palantir. So disappointed. And now we're in a C1. Yeah, it's kind of a C1, C2 right in there, but yeah, it is. It's a C2. It's an ugly one, but it is a C2. C2. I don't like to be buying into Cs. These mean that we're going to generally have a pullback on the market. Now, what is that right there? It broke the blue lights. That is our X3 right there. X3. It's an X3. A1S. Nobody wants that. Palantir. Nobody wants that. It's an X3 A1S. Nobody wants that. That means we can't buy up in here. That's for sure. That's what that means. Probabilities are that we're going to get a bigger retracement. That thing's going to not break the blue lights, hopefully. Plays out, comes all the way back down to 38.2. Well, if it does that, actually, this 38.2 has to be moved up, doesn't it? All the way up to there. 38.2. So that would be 38 right there. 38. This is an X3 A1S though. That means we should see this thing all the way down into this Fibonacci sweet spot. What to do? Nothing, I guess. We just wait and see it flush down, and then we'll buy some more down here. You know what we could do? Well, I don't want to do it yet. I was going to say we could buy some puts down here, but sell some puts down here, but I don't want to do that. If that market's going to keep coming down, those puts would be scary all the way down. There's no reason to sell them way up there. You wouldn't get any premium. Just wait for the market to come to you. Just wait for the market to come to you. Everybody wants to sell puts right here. They're like, oh, I'll sell some puts. I'll sell some puts. You could, but look, you can only get, well, that wouldn't be bad right there. $400. Get assigned some shares. $200. This one wouldn't be bad. $492. But that's 30 days. That thing could easily be down Easily be down in here by then. Look how much more you could get if you just wait for it to come down. Right now it's at, that'd be $1,000. You're giving up $500 by not waiting. If you wait, of course, if it doesn't ever come down, you get your $500. So you could do one. You could drop one in there and sell it and get $367. But if it comes down, you're going to get assigned your 100 shares, and then I guess you could sell another one down there and then get your $1,000. But I don't know. It's just whether I want to sit through that damn thing right there. And this might not come down. It might just sit there and dawdle like it did last time. It could just dawdle. How come I can't draw right there? It could just dawdle. It could just go through a little sideways channel right here and sit there and dawdle around. That would be a reaccumulation stage before it took off and broke again and gave us a new A1 out. What just happened? I just rolled to the next stock. There we go. All right. I guess right now we're not going to do anything. We're just going to sit and look. We're going to wait for a second. See what the next green dots bring to us. It is July, and it is after the 4th of July, and market should rally right now. So let's wait and see. All right, Shopify. That thing's gone into a, oh my, holy cows. Look at this. This is a A1, A2, or A1, B1, C1. Ooh, that's an ugly C1. That's a D1. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. You know what you could do? Sell some calls against it. You could put some, the odds of that thing rising much higher than this without a rebound, pretty low. Doesn't mean it can't. It certainly can. I mean, just hit a D1, which is like unreal. I don't like this little one right here. I want to merge those and just call this A drive, B drive, C drive. It just went through that stupid little sideways accumulation. But that's June. That's kind of what, and sell in May and go away, right? May and June, pretty shitty months. And that's what happened right there. Exactly. May and June. Now we're into July. So July is supposed to be a big rally month. So that's a reaccumulation. That's it is what it is. It is what it is. Pending close. I think we have a, why do we have a pending close? Oh, we bought one. Why in the heck would I buy one there? Lan, you fool. Soundhound. There, now we're smart. Smart. Look at that one. That's nice. Can't complain about that one. Toast. I think we're going to be okay. And this is 3 times a charm. Charm 1, charm 2, charm 3. Look at that baby break and run. Go, baby, go. All right, let's come down here. Tesla's one that's really disappointing me. Elon. I'm really disappointed in Elon. Oh, Elon. You know that, Elon. That ends up being a B1 fail. And on the way down, it broke again. So B1 fail. Elon. Elon, you know what he's done? The ding dong. He's got involved in politics. Of course, we all know he got involved in politics. And so then he was kind of the darling of the left, right? I mean, he's doing all this stuff for the environment, with his environmentally friendly cars. But anyway, he's kind of the darling of the left. And they were all out buying Teslas, and he was breaking all kinds of records and doing all kinds of great stuff. And then he decided that he didn't like those guys, wanted to go over and join Trump. So he went and got his chainsaw and ran around on stage and got involved in politics and alienated his base. Brr, gone. All the people who loved him, now they hate him. Oh, well, that's okay, though, because now all the other side of the country loves him. People who hadn't bought his cars yet. Oh, buying cars like crazy. Oh, now we all love Elon. So the left hates him. Now the right loves him. So the right, oh, great. Let's all buy Elon's cars. And so they do. And so the stock starts to rise. Let's all buy Elon's cars because he's a good, he's a good righty now instead of a lefty. And then what does he do? Goes and pisses off the whole right. So now the whole country hates him. The left hates him, the right hates him, everybody hates him. Now he's going to go start a new party, split the Republicans in half. So AOC will be your next president. Mark my words. AOC, President AOC, Ocasio-Cortez, President of the United States in 3 years. Because Elon's going to split the Republican Party in half. Ocasio-Cortez, get used to it. President AOC, get used to it. Get used to the sound. Get used to the ring. All right, the ring of that. Here we come. Charm 1, charm 2. I hate charms. That is supposed to be, this right here, United Airlines is an A1. Then we went into sell in May and go away. So that becomes a B1. Now we're in July trying to make a C1 work for us. So that B1 is right there. That's pretty much a B1 fail. B1 fail, and that's why we bought this one here. So that's where we're at. All right, let's go do some day trading. We've got that out of the way. Got our rant and rave about Elon and Tesla. What'd you do with Tesla, Lan? Well, we got a stock market version of a wild eye, crazy eye iron butterfly. Who was it that asked me for a wild eye, crazy eye iron butterfly the other day? Somebody asked me. Was it Kirk? Was it you? John? Was it you? One of you guys. Why aren't you doing your wild eye, crazy eye iron butterfly? Well, we generally do those on the S&P 500 in the futures market. And we do them for the day of, so a 0 DTE, 0 days till expiration, and a single 1 day till expiration. And we overlap those, and we're going to sell a straddle or a strangle, and then we're going to buy a straddle or a strangle. And generally, we like to do the strangle. The strangles usually works out a little better than the straddle. And so, why haven't we been doing it in the futures market? Well, because when I sold the business, I don't own Gecko Software anymore. They switched to a new clearing firm. And when they did that, they had to redesign a lot of the software features. And one of the features is in the futures version right now that they're redesigning for that new. It's supposed to be much better. So, but we can't do the wild eye, crazy eye iron butterfly right now. While we're waiting for them to make that software switch over to the new clearing firm. Some of you might be involved in that who have your accounts with Gecko Software. All right. So that's why, hold on, my voice is disappearing. 1 second. I'm going to turn off my microphone, but I promise I'll turn it back on. All right. The microphone is back on. Testing. 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. Let's go over and pull up I'm going to show you how we're going to find the stocks to trade, the day trade stocks. I like a little program called FinViz for this. All right, this is a neat little program. I mean, it's not a trading platform or anything like that. It's got little static charts. It's kind of just, it is what it is. Yeah, it's kind of a neat little program. It gives you some good information. I'm a subscriber to them, and you don't have to subscribe to them if you don't want to. I'm not saying you should. I don't make any money if you do. So it's not like I'm sponsoring them or something. I just like them. All right. So you come in here and see this is their homepage, kind of a yucky homepage, but it is what, it's a nice homepage for those of us who like this kind of thing. So you can in here, see this little thing over here. This is called a heat map. And you can see all the stocks that are up and down on it, right? So lots of red, that's bad for the whole market. Lots of green, that's good for the whole market, right? Markets, it's kind of a 50-50 day. It's like half the markets are red, half the markets are green. Oh, and I have a rant and rave about Apple. You guys all know I am not an Apple fan. I got their products. I mean, I like their little iPhone, right? And I like their little iPad, especially. I use that to fly my airplane with. And it's a handy little tool. I love that. And I don't use their computers. My son does. He loves the Macintosh, right? But I'm not talking about their products. I'm talking about the company. I do not like Apple as a company. Oh, Lan, they're big. I made lots of money on Apple. Well, I made lots of money on Apple too. I just don't like them right now. And I don't like them because they're like, oh man, I got a show you guys should watch. Apple is actually a Chinese company. It's been bought and paid for by the Chinese. It's not an American company. I mean, sure, the headquarters is here, but that's it. You know, everything else all out of China. The whole company is a Chinese company. It's been captured by the Chinese government. I was watching a video on it the other day, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what a sad state of affairs that thing is. That poor old Apple. I really don't like Apple. I haven't liked Apple for a while. And then I watched that video, and then I really didn't like Apple. I do not like Apple. All right, let's come in here. And I'm going to click on this little heat map. All right, and it's going to expand it, make it big. All right, but this is not the heat map I'm real fond of. Look at Tesla. It says it's up to date. That's good to see. I like this one over here. If you come over to Bubbles, see Bubbles? No, it's not your girlfriend from Las Vegas. It's just Bubble heat map. All right, so Bubbles right here, your Las Vegas girlfriend. Oh, that was funny. That just popped into my head. You can tell where my head's at. I love Bubbles. Las Vegas girlfriend. That was funny, guys. That was a funny joke. All right, come in here. And on the left-hand side, you have all your settings. I just use the default settings, but I don't like market cap right here. I like volume. So I changed that over to volume. And that changes all of our little bubbles and shows us the bigger ones are the ones that have more volume, meaning bigger trading going on and smaller trading going on. And I just, I like to kind of stick to the S&P 500. We can come over and look at the Russell or the NASDAQ. Russell's kind of fun to look at because it shows you some smaller cap funds. So this is kind of fun. I like to come and look at the Russell. But like this one right here really sticks out to me, Wolf. Now, we might be a couple minutes behind because we went and did our, we're not on the opening bell here. But Wolf is like taking off, all right? So let's go look at Wolf. That's how I find stocks to trade. They're on fire today, right? So do we want to add Wolf to our, and this is the S&P. This is out of the Russell 2000, so this is going to be a small cap stock. Let's go, how big, what's it trade at? $2.76 a share. Let's go look at Wolf. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to close down all these. I don't want all the data being streamed in here. It slows things down. We're going to go to, do we have a day trading one? YouTube day trade right there. Oh, and it's empty. Good. Okay, Wolf. So we see if we can trade Wolf. Oh, look at Wolf. That's the daily chart of Wolf. Wolf's pretty excited down there. We're going to come in here and we're going to go down to a 1 minute chart. And look at Wolf. Oh, well, we kind of missed the Wolf takeoff, didn't we? Let's turn on our Heiken Ashi bars, cheat codes. All right, so this is kind of the giveaway right here. So if you're going to day trade, you kind of want to watch the first thing in the morning. This is the 5 o'clock a.m. bell. That's your bell ringing right there. 5 a.m. Now that's Mountain Standard Time. That's my time. At 5 a.m., if that thing pops like that, that's on a news event, right? That's saying, hey, this market wants to rock and roll. Now, the problem is this is all this big run came in here up until the open. So it kind of, you can trade the pre-market session if you want to be awake at 5 o'clock in the morning and trade it. But the more normal market opens at 7:30, right? Man, that thing already ran like a crazy booger out of there. And now 7:30, by the time 7:30 comes and the market opens, well, it's a little disappointing because it's already made its big run pre-market session. But, well, that's sad. And you can see we had our nice drives in here. So we had drive 1, we got a little counter trend in here. We had drive 2, and then we went into 3 times the charm coming into and we only got 2 charms. Charm 1, charm 2. So it didn't do drive 3 in the morning session, in the early morning session. So no, it did 2 big, beautiful drives, hit drive 3, and then went sideways as we started to go towards the morning. And then now it's flushing back. That's not fun. Come on, Wolfie. So let's draw a Fibonacci ruler in there. Well, that's pretty much what the Donchian channel is. If we're going to draw Fibonacci rulers, we don't need the Donchian channel screwing things up. Just have one or the other. I use the Donchian channel as my Fibonacci ruler just so I don't have to keep drawing it all the time. But when I've got you guys here, I like to kind of draw it so I show you why I'm doing what I'm doing. So that blue line is the VWAP. volume weighted average price, and it dropped below the VWAP. Now remember, VWAP is like a rubber band. So Wolfie's fallen back already at 8:30, 1 hour into the market, and it's already fluffing back against us. So poor Fluffy. Fluffy. Poor Wolfie. What are we going to do with Wolfie? Well, watch it for a second here and see if it doesn't. It's not moving very much, is it? In fact, it's not moving at all. Makes me believe the data stream has stopped. What in the heck is going on? I get so many things streaming in here. Let me close the software and see if that makes it. I'm going to close. Oh, it's moved. Did it move? No, it doesn't look like it moved. Let's close this. There are hidden files. Yes. Let's go see if maybe I don't know. I did get a notice on the software, on my streaming software, that said, "Be careful, our software has a bug in it." I'm like, "Oh, really? Oh, really?" Okay, let's try this again. It's going to open up Wolfie. Okay. Okay, there we go. Trade. Oh, Wolfie's moving now. All right. So, what do we want to do? Well, it's come back into the Fibonacci sweet spot here. We got a little downtrend, a little ABC pattern here. And this is what we're looking for. Look at me being prepared for class today. Got a slide for you. This is kind of what we're looking for. We're looking for these little ABC patterns, right? ABC, so buy in the pullback, and then look for the rally. And then we got the natural trend line. The problem is little Wolfie's in a downtrend, not in an uptrend. He's upside down. And we're looking for Wolfie to turn around and go the other way. Wolfie. So I got to remove that, add to stage. We're back here. Okay. What do you want to do with Wolfie? Nothing. It's going down. But he's coming down into some support. Well, he's got to break that blue light. So to get into Wolfie, if we want to get into Wolfie today, we have to wait for Wolfie to come in here and break that blue light. And then we'd have our trend line. Wherever that ends up, look at that's pretty low trend line though. We needed Wolfie to go a little sooner, like right up in here. Wolfie's kind of dying on the vine here. Let's come back to Wolfie later. All right, let's look at our little sheet here. What's this one? SOUN. Ooh, look at that. Sound Hound. I think we actually have Sound Hound, don't we? SOUN. No, we have HO. Let's go look. SOUN charts. This is small. We probably don't have this one. Oh, we do. Look, we got Sound Hound. We got an option on this one. Let's go look at the 1 minute chart. We're already in this one. We're up $500. Oh, look at that. Now let's look at the 5 o'clock bell. Oh, there it is. Ringing your bell right there. Look at 5 o'clock. At 5 a.m., that thing popped. That's your notice right there. That's the one right there. When that thing pops up like that with a big bar at 5 a.m., that's when you want to watch. All right. That's how it gets on your watch list. That's the call to arms right there. They do that so that they can bring your attention to their stocks. Say, we want to trade. We want you to all come and trade us today. Okay. So they do. All right. Okay. We're wearing out our welcome though. So we come in at 7:30 and we broke out on the little ABC on the way down. So sound rallying before, 2 little drives down, and then bam, the opening bell. Up it went. So this, you want to label it? All right, let's label it. That's our A1, that little red thing right there. That's the A2. A2, land 2. And then there's A3. Oh, we even got an A4 on this one. A4, it was on fire this morning. Come on, type. A3, A4, we even got A5. Wow. That thing really was on fire. A2. So this was A1, breaking of the blue lights. First green candle after the little red bar, A3. Right there. Then we got another one, A4. I got another one, A5. These are your probabilities. The higher it gets, the lower the probability is that the market's going to continue to go up, right? So A2 would have been A1's the best, but you don't know. You miss A1s. We often say don't chase the A1s. All right, don't chase the A1s. So you can see we're in the accumulation right down in here. Green means buy, buy, buy. And then it took off. And then because you bought a whole bunch right here, right, you're selling out up here. That's why this is red. Sell, 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 all the way up the uptrend. And then the uptrend, you can see it's starting to lose momentum. Hopefully you're getting out. Now, oh, look, it's trying to go up, oh, wait a second. That broke the blue lights. That's not A3. Oh, some of you guys caught that. Man, that broke the blue lights. That's B1. B1. That means this is B2. B2. And that's B3. Oh, now it's looking more correct. Okay, so that's B3. Now I broke the blue lights. It's starting to look more like a traditional Elliott wave, isn't it? So that's X1. This is X2. And that makes this C1. So that makes this C1. First green candle to break a new high on a C1. Do you want to get into a C1? Not really. Not after this big run. I don't know how big the C1 is going to be. And it looks like it stopped moving again. It's not moving. It stopped streaming. What the hell? I wonder what is causing me so much stress? Oh, there it moved. Why have I got? What the heck is going on? This streaming software it just interferes with so much. Why is this being so slow? It did move. I did see it move. I think I don't know what's going on. Running out of memory or something. I don't know. Let's close some of this stuff. We'll close this one. I didn't want to close Pit News Magazine. I wanted to show you Pit News Magazine. Look at Pit News Magazine. This was this month's Pit News Magazine. It was really good. I was happy with this one. This was really a fun one. Did you guys play with did you guys see the crossword puzzle? It was so funny. This is the Pit News Magazine. You guys don't have Pit News Magazine, man. You're missing out. Look at this one. Zen and the Art of Yield Max Maintenance, an owner's manual. Look at this. This is a great article. You guys really need to get Pit News Magazine. Stop muddying the waters. The real math behind dividends and ROI. Did you guys read that? That's really good. That's some of the problem we've been having in our own spreadsheets, right? So, red, white, and rally. Unpacking July seasonals. Did you guys get these seasonal recommendations? Look at these seasonal recommendations. Did you guys listen to the Pit News on Air? That was really good this month. That was really good. This was funnier than hell. Jerry Springer. He started it. Can somebody reboot him? That's the funny in here. That's funny. Don't look at the answers. All right. Did you see this down here? Did you guys see this? Claire got a raise. Claire is now the assistant editor to Pit News Magazine. She's in here right there, right under me. Way to go. Congratulations, Claire. All right. That's it. Maxine Waters. There was no violence. I was on the street. I know. Yes, Maxine. They took you right to the violent place, didn't they? Right down there. They took you right down there. We're going to bring one of our congresswomen, bring her down to the most violent spot on the street. No, I was there. There was no violence. All right. Pit News Magazine. You guys got to get it. Let's close that. Let's see. It's not going to. Here's our calculator. Do you guys ever use this calculator? Did you notice that Carvana ended up being on the top of the list? That's crazy. Carvana. Look, calculate. Another one is oh look, Nvidia's on top right now. What's this? Yeah, Nvidia's on top. Carvana went all the way down. Where did Carvana go? Crash. I thought Carvana was on top. Nope, Nvidia's on top today. Look at that, Nvidia. How much income can I earn with $10,000? Calculate. Investment. This is our break-even calculator here, but this one is our investment calculator. Oh, see, look how slow. The whole internet is slow. What the heck? Why we're having slow problems over on Nvidia. Yield 111%. That's crazy. mRNA. That's the one that surprised me right there. I wrote an article about this one. Jordan Black has an article about mRNA in Pit News Magazine we're already talking about the June issue, the August issue. Can you believe that? We're working on the August issue of Pit News Magazine. This summer is going so fast. When you got deadlines for magazines and you're always working up against a hard deadline, that deadline comes so fast, man, it makes your world go spinning by so fast. All right, let's go see what else is going on. That's SoundHound. What's this one here? BBAI. 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 Wow. Big Bear. Big Bear AI Holdings. What does Big Bear AI Holdings do? Man, that thing's on fire. Let's see if we can get a 1-minute chart to work. Ooh, look at that, baby. Where's the 5 o'clock bell? Right there. Oh, that's 6 o'clock. Oh, we got a 5 o'clock and a 6 o'clock bell. We got 5 o'clock. That thing went, let's go, baby. And then at 6 o'clock, well, it wasn't right at 6. Got a little bump right here. Somebody decided they wanted to jump in right there. Somebody got some heads up on that one. That's your little heads up right there. And then, man, out of the gate. Let the ponies run. But everything's flushing back down right now. But these would be good stocks to maybe look at. Well, I don't know. That one's way out of our league right now. Look at that, baby. Can't get into that. I want to buy it. Go ahead. I ain't buying that thing. Man alive, we missed it. It's like the train has left the station, buddy. And you're standing there with your hands in your pockets. You can't buy into something like that. Why not? It can go higher. Sure it can. Wait for a pullback. These people are excited, man. They bought into this thing, and there's going to be people want to take profits. They got profits there. That's a lot of profit. They're going to take profits. You wait and see. It might, they might test a high up in here or something, but just give it a time. Give it time. This is our A drive. There'll be a B drive. This is a hot little stock. Woo! Look at that $8 stock. Big Bear. Let's go do a little research on Big Bear. Let's pull this up. Let's go ask. Should we ask Chat GPT? New chat 4.0. Should we use a new model? Let's use the 4.1 model. How about this one? Yeah. Who is BBAI? BBAI stock symbol. Big Bear. Isn't it Big Bear? Big Bear. Big Bear. What do they do? Searching the web. Here's the latest snapshot of Big Bear. Big Bear is a U.S.-based provider of AI-powered decision intelligence solutions headquartered in Columbus, Maryland. McLean, Virginia office listed in, they're in McLean. I'll bet they have something to do with the government. It trades under the ticker BBAI on the New York Stock Exchange. I lived in McLean for like 5 years. They specialize in delivering advanced AI sensor fusions and predictive analytical across critical sectors, defense, intelligence, and homeland security. Ooh, they're another Palantir. Real-time situational awareness, threat detection, autonomous operations, cybersecurity, and digital twins. Oh, baby, these people are going to spy on you. AI-driven threat detection, vulnerability analysis, manufacturing and supply chain logistics optimization, forecasting, logistics integration, travel, and trade. Facial recognition. Ha! Told you. They're going to spy on you. Computer vision for customs, border, and airport applications. The government just can't help themselves. They love this kind of stuff. Oh, man, these guys are going to make so much money. The government loves spying on people. Oh, they love it. Key corporate highlights. IPO began trading publicly on December 8th of 2021. Financial performance reveals a widening loss. What? Under expectations of 43 million. The outlook for 2025 guide revenue of 160, 180 million with negative single digit versus analyze. Accounting update in March 2025. BBVA delayed its 2024 10K and restarted prior years due to convertible debt accounting, but confirmed that revenues at margin remain unchanged has triggered a 16% stock drop. Contracts wins. All right, here we go. Big Bear serves as subcontractor on a $2.4 billion FAA IT contract, boosting its profile and triggering a approximate 40% stock rally at the time. Bottom line for traders and investors, strength, deep domain expertise in defense and government. I told you they were going to be a government contractor living in McLean. AI critical infrastructure application, heavy risk, reliant on U.S. government contracts, subject to shifting budgets and priorities. Oh, yeah, but the government loves this kind of stuff. Financial health, they'll spend money on this before they'll spend money on they'll spend money on this before anything. I was going to come up with a very nasty metaphor, and I didn't say it. You guys proud of me. Modest guidance below consensus. Accounting concerns add uncertainty. Final take. Big Bear operates in the strategic niche, applying AI to tighten national security. No shit. Optimize logistics and protect critical infrastructure. It's a high beta government facing tech stock, high growth potential, but currently not profitable and sensitive to micro policy shifts. Would you like a deeper dive? No, I think that's deep enough. Let's go look back over here. Let's go look it up. Big Bear, BBAI. Oh, I'm liking this company. Oh, I like companies that spy on you. The government loves to give them contracts. Oh, they do. Look at this, baby. Let's come down here and look at what we got going on down here. Earnings per share. That's not good. 24. Where are we at now? Sales. 159.87 million. 158.24. 158.24 for 2024, and they're already at 159. So they beat last year already, and we're only halfway through the year. All right. Outstanding. Oh, look. We love it when they have outstanding shares. March, they got downgraded by Northern Capital. Made you guys look like fools, didn't it? April, May, June. Man, they took off like a rocket ship. Okay. What else can we know about these guys? They got a government contract. That's all they needed to light their fire. Now they can go in and become a new Palantir. This may become the new Palantir right here. These boys right here. All right. That is good news. Let's put that one on our long-term watch list. BBAI. This is how you come across accidental wealth makers. We like this one. We're gonna follow this one. We're gonna keep our eye on this baby. He's only trading at $8. He's a little baby bear right now. This guy's gonna turn into a grizzly. You wait and see. He is in the right industry to make a lot of money. He's going to be a new Palantir. All right. BB. Well, what about right now, Lan? What about right now? Well, can't buy right now. He's already taken off. See this? See this? See this? He did it once. How big was that run? That's a big run back there. Get rid of this one for a second. Last time he ran that high, all the way up to that yellow. Well, obviously, Lan. It went up to the yellow line. So we got a little bit more before we can get a little pullback. But I'm not going to watch for this. I'm not going to watch for this big fluff of flu right here. That's not going to happen again. This baby's going to go up. We get a little bit of profit taking. We got to get some profit taking in here. These guys are happy, and then go to the moon. Let's go to the moon with it. Let's wait for it to give us a little bit of a. It might come up here, and you're like, I'm missing it, Lan. I'm missing it. Don't worry about it. It'll come back down. People got to take their profits, right? And then it'll start to get the attention of some big boys. Some big boys will step in. You'll start getting some hedge funds stepping in here, and then it'll start to move more like a market that we can follow. The more hedge funds you get involved, the more this market will move like in our pattern, Elliott wave pattern. So we need some hedge funds to jump in, and I think that this is going to do it. I think we're going to get this baby's getting some attention. All right, can you tell I'm excited about this stock? All right, I like Palantir, and this is a baby Palantir. All right, let's come back over to Bubbles. Let's come back over to our Las Vegas girlfriend. Volume, Bubbles. Here we go. Oh, wrong one. We were looking at the small Russell 2000. All right, so there's Baby Bear. There's Wolfie. Bears and Wolves. We're playing Bears and Wolves today. We got Sound. This is another one, BTBT. What's this one way up here? He's moving, but he's got not a lot of volume. He's not moving on a lot of volume. Let's go look at BT. Whoa, look at that thing. Bit Digger. Bit Digital. Oh, that's digital. Bit Digital. Yeah, I'm just sitting here all by myself in my office, guys. You guys, I haven't heard one word from you guys. There's Tabor checking in with us. Good morning, Tabor. Good to see you. Kim, it's nice to have you in class. Good to see you. John, Kirk, Albert, all of you. It's good to have you saying hello. We got a lot more people watching than what are putting up your little marquees. If you want to put up your marquee, we'll make you famous. There's Plug. Volume, Russell. What we're doing, for those of you who guys are a little bit late to the party, this is a scanner on FinViz. It's called Bubbles, all right? And Bubbles is our little Las Vegas girlfriend right here. But we're looking at Bubbles, and we're looking not at the S&P today. We're looking at the Russell. So we're looking at small caps. And we just found one that we just fell in love with. We just fell in love with BBAI. Now, you're not supposed to fall in love with your stocks, but man, I'm in love with BBAI. Big Bear. Big Bear. Wolfie's doing okay too. Sound, we've already got a long position on that one. And we're about ready to look at BTBT, but that doesn't really excite me. Look how far that thing's rocketed. Bit Digital. Let's go look at it. BTBT. BTBT. I'm going to see if we can't get a day trade order off, but we haven't had any luck on that yet. Everything's kind of flushing back. Ooh, look at that, baby. Bit Digital. Wow. What the heck is this guy? All right. Let's turn on our cheat codes and come back here and look at the 5 o'clock bell. There it was. Boy, I'm telling you, that's a call to arms right there. That's what I call that. 5 o'clock in the morning. That thing rang the bell and said, you better come and trade me today. So that's what we did. Everybody come along, wait for the bell, 7:30 a.m. Bam, the thing took off like a rocket ship. Up it down, up, and then it just flushed right back down. You think it's going to go again? You think it's going to rally up? I don't know. This thing, look at this thing on a daily chart. This thing is just like, whoosh. Put your Fibonacci ruler on there, Lan. Okay, I will. Right here. Went right up to 61.8. It's pulled back all the way to 50%. It's right there in the sweet spot right now. Do you want to be a buyer? No. No, let's wait. It could go more. Yeah, everything could go more. But you kind of lost it on that one. You're kind of standing on the gangplank with your hands in your pockets, Lan. Didn't catch that one. Should have been looking at this one earlier. A couple days ago. Monday. What is today? Tuesday? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? I don't want to do anything. I want to just look at it and stare at it for a minute. What are we going to do with Bit Digital? Should we find out how come it's running like crazy? Should we go talk to good old our buddy Chat GPT again? All right. Where's old Chat GPT at? Right here. Okay. Let's go ask Chat GPT. I'm going to show you something here really cool. I have this thing here. Let's just do a SWOT. You guys know what a SWOT is? Let's come over here. Let me see. We're going to do a new chat. And we're going to call it BTBT. Can you give me a SWOT for BTBT? Stock symbol. Company Bit Digital. What is a SWOT, Lan? It's in Pit News Magazine. All right, here we go. SWOT. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and trouble, I think. All right, strengths. Strengths. Pivot to Ethereum on July. Bit Digital completed a major shift, raising 172 million, selling 280 Bitcoin, and buying Ethereum. You know what? This is a cryptocurrency stock. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Bye-bye. Not interested. Okay. See ya. Bye. Well, it says it right there. Bit Digital. Why don't you pick it up and bye. See ya. Not going to trade those stupid things. They might not be stupid to some people, but to me, I'm not interested in cryptocurrency. I've got plenty of money already in stupid cryptocurrency companies. I own way too much Misty and YBit. I can't get out of those damn things. I'm stuck in them. I don't like them. I don't want them. I don't like them. They made me too much money, and I just can't let go of the dumb things. That made you a lot of money, Lan. Then why don't you want to do another one? I don't want to. I don't want to do cryptos. I don't want to do crypto. I don't like it. Why not? Where did my thing go? Did it close? Did I close it? Oh, no, there it is. It's over here. All right. Let's just get rid of that thing so I don't come back and look at it again. BTBT. Bye, BTBT. Wouldn't want to be ya. Russell 2000 volume. All right. So we got our big one, Wolfie, over there. Let's go look at Huma. Huma's up a lot, but it's on small volume. See how small the circle is? I got the bubble size set to volume over here. So it's a tiny bubble. So it's up a lot on small volume. RXRX. That just means that there's a very small amount of people who really like this stock for some reason. Let's go look at Huma. Can't stop looking at Big Bear. I love Big Bear. Oh, look at that. Wow. I like this for long term. That's an A1. That's a B1. Look at that, baby. Rock and roll. Ooh. Ouch. That's a pretty pattern. Look at that. Broke those blue lights today and rocketed to the moon. $2.65. Let's go look at a 1 minute time frame. I'd like to get into this one. Let's go look at 5 o'clock a.m. Well, there's your 5 o'clock bell right there. It rang the bell. Just come and look at me this morning. Come trade me. And then at 7 o'clock, it got excited too. And then the bell opened right there at 7:30, and bam, out the gate it went. And then it flushed down. Be very mindful of that. If you're going to trade those opening bells, that the market does that. This is a real common pattern, all right? Rally and then flush. So take the rally, but be ready for the flush. Don't hang on to it. Think you're going to hang on to it all. This is a morning bell pattern, all right? For people who like to trade like Ross Cameron. So if you like to trade that kind of thing and you like to really fight in the big ring, you can go watch Ross Cameron. That guy, he'll teach you how to trade this pattern right here. It's harder than hell. I've never been able to make money at it. It's really hard to trade this. Why wouldn't you just buy on the open land and let her rip? Well, because the market does this. Wham, 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 back and forth. It's all over the place. This looks like a nice, pretty trend. It doesn't look like that in the morning. When it's doing that kind of thing, man, it's freaking you out. But try it. It's fun. I'm not a big morning scalper, and that's a big scalping trail pattern right there. I mean, it's fun. Go try it sometime. You can make money. You can make money at it. Just be careful. Just be careful. All right, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do here? Nothing. Market's pulling back. We kind of missed our 7:30 to, but it looks good out here, doesn't it? Looks really good out here. Huma. Anybody know what Huma does? Got to do your research. Let's go find out. SWOT Huma. It's already okay. Let's SWOT Huma. Stock symbol HUM Huma. Is that what it was? Yeah. Strengths: cutting edge bioengineered vessels. Humacities proprietary. Humacytes. Proprietary human accelerator vessel technology has progressed through multiple phase 3 trials and earned an FDA. Oh, they're a drug company. Early commercial traction. System HAV graph generated 147,000 in Q1 of 2025 revenue, approximately $147,000 revenue. Has gained approval from 45 hospitals per value analysis committee review with some already ordered. Balanced financial positions raised $46.7 million in March for new holdings, $113 million in cash. Workforce reduction, I expected to save $50 million through 2026. So he laid people off. Weakness: limited revenue sales. Revenue remaining minimal. $58 million in 2023 and net losses of $64 million. High cash burn and dilution risk. Ongoing clinical development will require additional funding, potential dilution of capital not managed. Clinical safety flags. Phase 3 trials showed efficiency but noted higher thrombosis rates, raising adoption concerns. Yeah, some side effects going on there. Pipeline expansion and FDA advanced version 12 interim readout expected. Supplementary BLA in late 2026. Small diameter HAV for CBA, targeted, whatever that is. Defined in federal adoptions. Electronic catalog opening federal procurement path. Ooh, there you go. Right there. Government money. Positive analysis outlook. Consensus targets range benchmark $6 to $25. Benchmark maintained by with a $14 target. Zacks gives a number 2 buy ranking. Threats, clinical, regulatory risks, safety, toxicity, concerns, and trial delays could jeopardize progress. Cash runaway, uncertainty despite recent funding, further capital may be necessary. Competitive biotech landscape, river tissue engineer platform, summary and outlook. Humacytes stands at the inflection point of transition from R&D to commercialization. Its HAV technology early revenue from Simvest and federal interests are encouraging with solid cash reserves and analysis optimism. Huma appears positioned for growth, but execution is paramount. Watch upcoming trial readouts, BLA filings, and funding needs closely. Would you like a comprehensive analysis with peers like ILMN or mRNA, or a deeper dive into financial modeling and sponsorship risks? No, I wouldn't. All right. Well, that's what they are. They're a drug company, nuke drug company. They could be the next big drug company. Huh. Let's see what their options chain looks like. Go out 100 and let's go 164 days. Oh, open interest is 1460. 11 people bought this thing today. It's on a big, what's the implied volatility? 110% implied volatility. Of course it is. Of course it is. 110%. Ooh, that's terrible. What would your spread on that baby be? You don't want to buy that. It's going to collapse. 142 down there, 77 right there. They said they're expecting this thing. Zacks is expecting this thing to go to $14. Chart preferences. I gotta get this thing down here a little bit. Look at that. $14. $14 is right here. Zacks values them at $14. That's $14. Are you kidding me? From $2.60 to $14? Hmm. Huh. Huh. $77.50. I wouldn't buy it. Look at it. Implied volatility is 110. That's unfreaking believable. You want that below 50. When do you think it'll come down, Lan? Well, it may never come down. This might be a hot little stock. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? You could buy some shares. Who likes buying shares? Nobody wants to buy shares. Why would anybody want to buy a share of anything? We don't like shares. We like options. $2,500 shares would be $2,600. Let's put in 1,000 shares. Okay. We'll just buy 1,000 shares. This is for long-term investment. I'm not looking at the 1 minute on this one. I know 1 minute, it's not the best time to be buying. I could time it a little better, but for the class, we just put $1,000 in there, a couple of grand in there. And we just bought a couple of $1,000 in shares. What we could do is we could come in here and say, look, if this thing comes back, this looks like it could be a little hot little stock. We don't know. It's just the pattern is such a beautiful setup. So we're going to come in here and we're going to do another little thing here. We're going to take another 1,000 shares. We're going to put a limit order of 61.8 just inside right there. If it comes down there, we'll buy another 1,000 shares. All right. And if it flushes all the way back down to the bottom, well, we'll just take our lumps and get out. But we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see on this one. I think I'll put a little bit of money on this one in my real money account. All right. Let's go look at something else real fun. See if we can find something else fun before class is over. One more. Should we look at one more? How about SLDP rig? Rig looks fun. Transcend. What is rig? What is the blue section here? Consumer. No, it's energy. Let's go. What's this one? Lighting fires all the way. Big Bear. Oh, Big Bear. We love you, Big Bear. Plug. Do you guys want to play with Plug? We played Plug before. Never really made a lot of money on Plug. Let's go look at it anyway. Plug power. Oh, some people are paying options on Plug. We've played Plug a million times. Plug never goes anywhere. Look at that. Clear down here to $1.45 again. It's making a nice pattern though. 3 drive pattern down. It's on the ABC. It is making the break in the blue light right there. That's an X3S A1. That's a B1 right there. It is a B1. You want to buy an option on it? We could come in here and buy a 192-day option. There's some people playing with that. It's only $43. Eight, 9. There's $1,000. It'd be 24 of them. We just bought a flat out 25 long calls. There's $1,000. Spread is 125 at the midpoint. Now you probably get the midpoint if you're trading this in real money. They'll give you the midpoint, $125, but they ain't going to give you that in the demo. So the demo, we got to go down here to 38. Oh, we're buying, so we got to go up to 49. 49, so $275. So don't pay that. But this is the demo. You could get 43. If you could get them to give it to you for 43, $125, you could maybe do that. So they're not going to do that for us here. You could put your order in and they ain't going to fill it. But in the real market, if you got good volume, which we don't, we got good open interest. We just don't have good volume. We could have gone down to the 130. They got 132 down there at $62 a share instead at $1. Try those $1 in your real money account. Where's $1? That's it. Let's edit that. Let's bring it down to $1. Where's $1? Oh, it's not going to let me do it right now. Let's do a new one. Buy a call. Where's $1? Oh, it's way down there, so you don't want that. Oh, no, I don't know. Why not? It's already deep in the money. 62, 43, 4, 5, 3, 4. It's $10 in the money. Let's see if we can get them to, we'll edit this one. We'll come in here and we're going to go to 49. We have to go to 49 in the demo account because they're not going to give it to us for there. Okay, so did it fill it? Or is it being slow? Well, it says it filled it. It's just not showing up on the screen. It's going really slow. Well, it says we got it. Our positions for the chart. Oh no, it doesn't say we got it. Well, over here it says we got it. What happened? Oh, it disappeared. Let's try again. How many did we say we wanted? 10? Can't remember. Oh no, we said like 25, right? 24. $1,000 worth. Let's do it. 49. I don't know why it's not filling. Shows green. Shows it filled. Now watch, I'll have 50 of them. I don't know. I'm not touching it for a second. It's being stupid. I have to wait until I'm not streaming on the internet. Oh, there it goes. It did it. Okay. Now let's check and see. Make sure I don't have 50 of them. Oh, I do. It gave me the ones, and then it didn't show up in here, and then it showed up in here. All right. So that's a problem. That's a problem. Now I got 50 of them. All right. Well, what do you want to do, Landy? What the hell? It's a demo account. All right. Let's come back over here. And that's Wolfie. Let's go look at, I was going to look at the S&P 500 and see if anything's rocking and rolling over here. What's this one? Intel. Intel's taken off. $23 a share. Micron's on fire. Look at Micron. What are you jumping around for? FICO? Is FICO causing us grief, or is it mRNA? Moderna. Believe it or not, I bought a bunch of Moderna yesterday. I bought $10,000 worth of Moderna yesterday, and I was going to put $20,000 on it. And I was like, let's see if it doesn't do another little pullback, and I'll buy 10,000. Chad's saying that he's all into this Moderna, into this Ethereum thing. Go ahead, Chad. Go buy that little company that just switched over from Bitcoin to Ethereum. Let us know how it goes. You probably make a lot of money. I know you're into, I know you like to watch that stuff. I'm just not into it. I'm not into the cryptos. I did buy a whole bunch. I bought $10,000 worth of mRNA, actually mRNY, so I can get some dividends. So that's nice to see it taking off like a rocket ship. Everybody must have seen me do that, right? Lan, why didn't you tell us you were doing it? I just did. Just told you yesterday. I put $10,000 into mRNA. Why? Why did you do that? Well, let's go look at it. I'll show you. mRNA. See this? It's basing. It's going across the accumulation stage. See that? 3 times is a charm. So this was your downtrend, and it started to base. We got charm 1, charm 2, charm 3. And I said, that looks like charm 3. Markets likes to run on charm 3. And this market's going sideways for 3 whole months. That means it's going through what we call the accumulation stage. Big banks and hedge funds start loading up. You want to see something fun? Let's come back over here. Boom, boom, boom. I went, where'd it go? Here, and go back to here, and let's SWOT mRNA. Okay, now if you feel like you missed it and you're like, damn it, Lan, I wanted to get into mRNA with you. Why didn't you tell me? Well, don't worry about it, because it pays dividends in about 2 weeks or less, about a week. And when it pays those dividends, it's going to pull money out of mRNY, and mRNY is going to go flush like a toilet. And you're going to go, yeah, but I want my dividends. Well, you could do that, but if you waited for the flush, because they're going to pull all the money out of the account, right, and give it to us. Wait for it to flush. You're going to miss your dividends, but then you can buy the shares at a big discount price on mRNY. And then when it starts to go back up again, you'll get your shares, and the next month you'll get your dividends. And you won't feel like you're just giving it all up in NAV loss. All right, so you can still get in. Don't fret. Don't fret. Strengths: Pioneer, mRNA, Moderna technology. We all know what Moderna is. Moderna has one product. It's the COVID-19 shot. All right, and they made tons of money. They have $10 billion sitting in cash. All right, because of the corona. But that gave them a springboard to develop other stuff, and they have been developing some other stuff. They got it in the stage 3, and they're actually doing quite well. So Moderna's got a bright future. And believe it or not, the government, the federal government, is still buying Moderna COVID shots from Moderna's COVID shots. They're mRNA shots. And so they're still getting a big backlog of them. They're just still buying them. They got contracts to buy them, so they still buy them. So they're making money. Not a lot, because, I mean, not compared to when they were, pandemic bound. But let's go look at their little stock thing over here. We got mRNA. Okay. So if we come down here, you can see that this was during pandemic 2021. They made more money than God, and then they still making good money in 2022. But then the pandemic was over, and they lost $12 a share. But now they're starting to make money again. Look, they went from down $12 to 2024 to up to only losing $9 a share. And right now, sales are at 3.18 billion, and that's at the 6-month mark. And last year, 2024, was at 3.24 billion. So they've already made basically the same amount of money this year as they made in all of last year, 2024. So they'll probably be right back up around, if they keep that going, they should be right up back around $6 billion. And they've been buying their shares back a little bit. Look at this. Their shares have been outstanding shares. And that props the stock up. Now, the problem that these guys are, well, mRNA, they're okay. They can't go down below, they can't go too low. They take them off, they delist them, right? They take them off of the S&P 500. Or not the S&P 500. They take them off of the New York Stock Exchange. So they have to keep their share price up. So they've got to prop it up. That's why they've been buying shares back. They don't want their shares to go down too far. They might get delisted or taken off of that exchange and put on another exchange. Which exchange are they on? Does this thing tell us which exchange? Are they in the New York Stock Exchange or on the NASDAQ? Or they're not on the American. What stock exchange trade? What stock exchange are they on? It says ChatGPT. Why can't I find it? Oh, it's right here. Different tab, Lan. All right. What stock exchange does mRNA trade on? Because they're at risk of being delisted or moved off of that exchange if they can't keep their stock up. Is listed on trades through they're on the NASDAQ. They can go all the way down to $5. They're not at risk of being delisted. They're okay. Anyway, they're rallying big today. That's good for me. mRNA cancer vaccine clinical trials, July 7th. That's today's news. Oh, that's yesterday's news. Vaccine clinical trials and future market outlook, personalized mRNA cancer vaccine, revolutionary oncology, and no on. See, the thing is about mRNA is it's like a technology that they've developed that they can, when they do traditional vaccines, what they do is they used to give you a live cell, right? They used to inject you with a live cell of the vaccine, of the thing that made you sick. Just a small amount, and that small amount would kind of make you sick, but then your body would be able to fight it off, so it would create the antibodies and it would fight it off and kill that live cell they put in you. And then they're like, well, you know what, that's kind of dangerous. We put a live cell in you, and sometimes people get really sick and then they die. And so they're like, we got a better idea. How about we put dead cells in? Will your body still react to that? Yes, it will, not as fast, but it still works. So then they start injecting you with dead cells of the, like, not coronavirus, because they didn't do that one. So they would inject you with dead cells of, like, mumps or measles or whatever. And then your body would react to that and build you some immunity and you wouldn't get sick. All right. So that's how vaccines work. mRNA does not do that. mRNA goes in and they inject you with this little, it's not a computer, but in your body, that's what it is. It's like a little, it's like this little thing. I don't really know how to describe it, but they send this little thing in that tells your body to create these antibodies for this particular thing, right? Whatever it is. And the thing about it is that they use this little mechanism to go in and tell your body to create these antibodies. And this little mechanism can be told to do anything, not just the coronavirus. That was just the first one they did. Now they can use this little mechanism that goes into your body. It's all chemistry, right? It's not like it's a little machine that they make in China on an assembly line. It's chemicals. So they inject you with this chemical machine concept thing, and it goes in, and rather than injecting you with the actual virus, they inject you with this thing that tells it to create an antibody. And so it's just kind of a different approach. But they can program it to do lots of things, not just viruses. They can do it for cancer. They can do it for all kinds of things. And that's why this has such a big future. Moderna has this way of doing this, and they can actually, and that's one of the things that they got on the docket right now, is that they can actually tell it to go in and kill specific cancer viruses, or with this little machine mechanism way of programming whatever it is they want your body to do. It's kind of cool technology. It got a bad rap during the coronavirus thing. I don't know if it was deserved or not. I have no idea on any of that. I don't know whether it made people sick or bad, or I don't know. All I know is that the technology is pretty amazing, and they're now expanding it beyond the coronavirus and trying to do it with other things. See, they're trying to make a cancer vaccine. Can you believe that? A cancer vaccine. And it actually goes in and it programs your body to reject these different types of cells without having to inject you with because how do you inject somebody with cancer, right? You don't like, oh, you got cancer, here, let's give you a vaccine to inject you with some dead cancer cells. But that's kind of what it does. It goes in and it programs your body, tells your body to kill these, whatever it is they don't want. Kind of cool. And anyway, they got such a bad rap. That's one of the things that's when you do your SWAT. When I did the SWAT, we got a SWAT. Oh, look at that baby go. mRNA. Woo, look at that baby go. So that's if this is our, what is it? Well, we're going to call it an A1. It's the first breakout of the accumulation stage. So even though this is the multi-drive down and a charm 1, charm 2, charm 3, we're going to call that A1. That's your new A1 right there. It's the breakout of the first drive, the first rally break. Why isn't this A1 here, Lan? Well, because it's. Go ahead and call it A1 if you want. I don't care. It's an A1. This is an A1. That's an A1. A1, A1, A1. I don't care. Call them all A1s. Everything's an A1. This is an A1. In my book, that's an A1. Yeah, hindsight will tell you. But we don't have hindsight right now. Anyway, it's a breakout. It's a strong breakout of a narrow sideways channel. In my book, that's an A1. So it's charm 3, charm 1, charm 2, charm 3, A1. And since I made it up, I get to choose. I didn't make it up, actually. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the next one. mRNA. We got to go look at mRNY. mRNY, because this is the one I put my money in. mRNY. Okay. Oh, look, see right there. It's not bad. You don't feel like you missed it if you take it. They're going to give you a pretty good look at the dividend on this baby. Let's go look at the dividend calculator. mRNY. Look at that. 102% yield. Look, I got a bug in it right there. Anyway, monthly. If you put $10,000, this is telling you, put $10,000 in every month, this thing would kick you out about $850. It's very high risk, but the high risk ones are the ones that give you the most money. And mRNA is at the very top of the list. The only one higher is NVIDIA, and NVIDIA is at 111 right now. If you put $10,000 into NVIDIA, it's going to kick out about $900 a month. It'd have you completely paid back in 10 months, give you all your money back. It's pretty crazy, right? Is there anything left over? Gravy. You're on the gravy train. Some of these a little bit less risky, like down here. This is just a high risk. Don't take the short ones. There's an article in Pit News Magazine. Don't take the short ones. And then we got the moderate ones. You got Netflix, Amazon, ExxonMobil, Baba. That's a 20% return. That's funny because you look at a 20% return and that's just unbelievable. 20% return is a lot of money. And you look at this one, you're like, who wants a 20% return? I'm not going to take that one. It's too small. Look at these. Got some new ones in here. That's your list. That's your list of the yield max funds that pay back the dividends based on options. If you're not comfortable trading options, you don't understand options, you really probably should be careful doing these yield max funds, because if you don't understand it, you don't understand it. That's why you got to come and hang out with me and subscribe to Pit News Magazine, because Pit News Magazine has lots of things in there about because I like yield max funds. I'm very big into options. I love options, and so um, I feel very comfortable with the yield max funds because I understand options. If you guys don't understand options, be careful because if you don't understand it, you don't understand it, and you got to understand it. You know, you don't want to be doing something you don't understand. So, all right, that's Moderna. I think we're on the rise. I think Moderna's got a future. I mean, this is all speculation. Surprise! So it's speculation that they're going to get their cancer. It's in trial. I think it's in the third trial, trial 3. And once that's approved, if it's approved, then they'll have this new cancer drug. And if they can solve the cancer problem, whew, that's going to be big. So, you might want to put some in RMNA, not just RMNY, because mRNA could grow. I mean, it could grow significantly much faster than an mRNA. I mean, if they really do what they say they're going to do, which we don't know. We don't know. That's why it's called speculation, right? If they really are able to do what they say they're going to do, this stock is going to go to the moon. $31 is going to look like you're going to say, why didn't I sell my house? Why didn't I sell my kids? Why didn't I sell everything? Why did I sell my wife? This reminds me, let's go look at bubbles one more time. Oh, it's so funny. Okay, let's go look at bubbles one more time. Bubbles on the S&P 500, and we're going to look at volume. So that's mRNA. The other one was Intel. So that one's hot and bothered, all ready to rock and roll. We got another one in here, NVIDIA, of course. Look at that. Lots of trading going on NVIDIA, but it's way up there. Tesla. Oh, it's up 3% today. I don't know. Elon, doggone it. Why did you have to go get involved in politics? This stock would have been through the moon by now if you wouldn't have done that. I really think this is the Elon effect. I really think the reason it's pulled back so badly is because of Elon's getting involved in politics. His robo-taxi's not doing that good either, that good. Ooh, learn to speak. His robo-taxi is not doing that well either. Down in Austin, he's got, 10 or 20 of them out on the streets? And a couple of them have had problems. So he got bad rap on that. Of course, everybody's anxious to jump on that bandwagon, right? Because he got in politics. So he got in politics, and so that means all the mainstream media hates him. And so what are they going to do? They're going to go in there and jump up and down and say, oh, look, Tesla is going down. They had problems in Austin with their new robotaxi, and so they're going to give him bad press. And so that caused their stock to go down too. Who knows? Dow. That's no good. We don't want to look at that. That's about it. That's about the big poppy ones. Big poppy ones. You could go look at Intel, NVIDIA, AMD, SMC. SMCI would be fun. Why does it keep jumping up and down? We got something, FICO down here. It's probably screwing us up. FICO, get rid of that one. All right, that should stop the jumping around. All right, we should probably look at Intel just to do our due diligence. I know we're running out of time. Wow. This thing. I really had high hopes for Intel. I thought Intel would, all this chip stuff's going on, and Intel was always the big leader of the chip stuff, right? And then Nvidia came along and knocked them off their pedestal, and they've just not been able to really recover. But this is a nice little pop right here. I don't know what I even want to call it. Is that it's just so ugly. It's just a big sideways. It could be accumulation. But should we do a SWOT? Okay. Let's go see if they've got anything that we can hang our hat on. Come on, Intel. They're making chips for laptops. I mean, they're still a big company. Vertically integrated model strengths. Still design and manufacture its own chips with fabs across the US, Ireland, and Israel, offering scale and control. At least they're not making them in China. Strong enterprise relations, long-standing partnership with Microsoft, Amazon, and Microsoft Foundry, plus deals PC and Center. Brand recognition and legacy. That's all they've been living on forever. Come on, do something new. Weaknesses, process technology delays and costly transition. Lag, sunk costs, weighed heavily with recent 18. High debt, negative earnings, roughly 50 billion in debt. Declining market share, mobile weaknesses, losing ground, opportunities. Foundry service reboot. New CEO Lip Bu Tan is exploring shifting new, more competitive 14A fabs to attract clients like Apple and Nvidia. AI and HPC chip development, growing AI demand aligned with Intel's push on AI accelerated Goody 3 Falcon Shore positioning and expanded data center capacity. PC refresh cycle and U.S. supply incentives. Global PC demand is rebounding. U.S.-China trade tensions and federal support. Well, that's true. Intense competition from AMD, CPUs, TSMC, and fab services. NVIDIA's dominating AI chips. Execution and investment risk. Potential write-offs. See, these guys just haven't got anything going. Strategic summary. Intel stands on a pivotal turning point under the new CEO. The potential shift away from marketing 18A fabs towards more competitive 14A processing signals and bold move, whatever all that means. Trying to do new chips. Let's go back. Let's go back over here. And let's go to Intel. INTC. Did you see the debt they've got? They've got more debt than the United States. And that's nasty. Well, I got a new CEO and giving them high hopes. Let's come down here and see. Look at this. Earnings per share down $4. Oh, poor Intel. Sales in billions just keep flushing down the toilet. And oh well, at least they're not buying their shares back. May 21st was the last time we got any action. Deutsche Bank said to just hold. Price target at $23. And it's at $23 right now. Wow, we hit the price target at $23. You're a real, well, that was back in May. January, March, April, May, 4 months. May. They said that it was trading in May at $20. They said our price target is $23. Woo, really going out on a limb there. All right. So there you go. Do you want to put any money in Intel? You could buy an option on it. Let's just see if this next year doesn't do something. Let's go look at Intel. Well, there it is. What's the options chain say? 192 days out, 255 days out. Well, some people have positive. Look at that, $475. Some people have high hopes for them. They're willing to put $500 on it just to see what they're going to do. 886 people bought that today. Look at this, 5,000 people bought that one today. 5,000. That's a big purchase. 11,000 outstanding. $335 a share. That's a shorter play. I don't like that one. You know me. You know me. I'd rather buy it just one click in the money, at the money or in the money. That right there's the one I'd want right there. $480. Let us have it. There it goes, Intel. All right. We got a couple Intel long-termers. We bought it on the rally, so the implied volatility was pretty high. Probably paid a premium for it. Maybe should have waited till the end of the day. Maybe implied volatility go down a little bit. Be careful if you're going to buy in on this one. Wait until the implied volatility is a little bit better. Let's go down to 2-minute chart and see what it's doing. Yeah, see, we bought it right here and it's flushing down. So this day's over. So wait for it to come down on your real money account. And let's get into this one. You want to get into this one, just for a long-term thing, just to see if these guys can't the new president can pull his head out of his ass. Not him, sorry. That was the wrong thing to say. Yeah, new president. Let's see if he can pull Intel's head out of their heinies. Don't say ass, Lan. You're going to have to go to YouTube confession. Intel, please. I want Intel to do well. They're primarily a U.S. company. At least they don't manufacture all the chips in China. Come on, Intel. Come on. I have high hopes for Intel. I really want Intel to do well. All right. That's all I got for you on Intel. Caterpillar, Albert saying, let's go look at Caterpillar. You want to go look at Caterpillar? Holy coal smolies. Look at that baby go. Ripping and roaring. Let's do, Albert wants to do a little math on this baby. Okay, so there's our A1. Oh, what happened to A1? There's A1. Let's come in here and make this one here B1. So if this is B1 right there, there's B1. This is A1 right here. Right? So we come in here, got our nice little trend line. Wow. Are you in this, Albert? Did you get in on this baby, on this run? So we got an A1. B1. I always want to call this right here, these little bars right here. This is a B2 right here. But we're waiting for C1 right now. I don't want to really be a buyer right now. But if this little baby would come back, now we could do just the B drive. It looks like it's getting a little peak in there. That could be, it's only a B2. We call this B2. This could be a B3. Now, I don't want to buy into a new market on B3. And if you wanted to buy in on a B3, you should already have some shares in there. You should already have some you should already have some shares. And like if you had let's say you had 100 shares, you might be willing on a B3 to add in 25 shares, right? So you put 25 shares in here and write it up in anticipation of a close stop to take some profits out. Just take some profits off up in here, B3, because B3, that's, we're anticipating that being the top of this drive. So we'd look for it to break the blue lights right up in here somewhere after the B3 rise. So we'd probably get 4 or 5 bars on a B3. So we might get 3 or 4, maybe 4 bars in here, higher highs and higher lows. And then we get the little pullback. And then that would be the B drive. It would determine, wherever this thing shows up. We don't know where it's going to go. Let's anticipate maybe 4 bars, maybe up in here, maybe right where that yellow line is, right? That little yellow line's calculated in there, maybe right there. Let's say it go up and break that. That would be our goal. Then you'd take your profit back off for those 25 shares. You still have your 100. You have 125. Take 25 off right there when it hit that B. Make your little bit of money on your B3. And then you'd anticipate it breaking those blue lights and coming back down into the Fibonacci sweet spot. And this market would be a nice buy going into the C drive, right? You have to keep into mind, though, right now what we got going is that this is the peak right up in here. So that's going to be a really strong area of resistance right up in there. This B might get up there and try and test this previous high. And so what we might see is this would hit that previous high, and that would be the impetus to bring it down, break those blue lights, and start looking for the C drive. Go into the third drive. Draw your nice long trend line. So you got your progressive trend line that's going up, and it's pretty strong. So this is your little mountain 1, right? Mountain 1. We're going up for mountain 2. And then once it does that, we'd like to see mountain 3 up in here. Little mountain 3, which would be your third drive. Is it going to do it, or is it going to break at mountain 2 and start coming down and doing one of these? Well, watch your S&P 500, SPY, because they like to travel together, right? And we're already in the third drive of the S&P. So if S&P flushes, you're not going to get that third drive on your Caterpillar. See, we got 3 drives on the S&P. So you got to be mindful of that. So if this comes up here, see, we're coming into the third drive of the S&P. I'm telling everybody right now, you better be damn careful getting into markets right here. So this is where we're going to expect the S&P to come back down to, at least down to here, you know. And of course, the media is going to freak out. Oh, Trump's tariffs are destroying the world. The world is falling. Life is ending. Jesus is coming. Whatever, you know the story. All the weird, bad things that can happen when a market goes down a little bit. But it's digestion of a third drive pattern. Well, these profit takers want to take their profits. They've made a lot of money. And this is the third drive. Does it mean it can't go to a fourth drive? No. S&P goes to 4 drives all the time. Come back and look. Look at this. Drive 1, drive 2, drive 3, drive 4. Does it mean that the S&P can't do that? No, it doesn't. But 3 drives, drive 1, drive 2, drive 3. Here's another one. Drive 1, drive 2, drive 3, drive 4. Little tiny drive 4 there at the end on that one. So come back, look at the next one again. Drive 1, that got ugly right in there, but then it went drive 2, drive 3. So can the S&P do 4 or 5 drives? Yeah, it can. It's really rare. And then when it does break at the top, it does a little ABC, comes back down into the Fibonacci sweet spot, turns and starts to go back up again. Now this one got 3 drives down too, didn't it? Back here. Drive 1, counter trend, drive 2, counter trend, drive 3. So, past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results, but look at the model. I mean, it's the best we got. It may not be perfect, but it's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. So we got to be careful, be mindful. So if you're thinking of Caterpillar, you want to get into Caterpillar, be mindful that the S&P is on the third drive. And if it can't go, it'll drag that Caterpillar back down. So, just be mindful. This is where we're possible. This is the 200 period moving average. So that might be a good area of support for this thing to come down and touch. You see that if you just kind of project that out, watch where that 200 period moving average comes to, because that market likes that. And we generally, we get a little ABC. So even if it's just kind of a sideways one and then back up, and that'll give us an opportunity for us to start building our portfolios back up again for those of us who have liquidated out most of our shares up in here. So looking for that opportunity. All right. We got a couple of fun ones in here that are going to ignore that. They can't completely ignore it. Because when the S&P flushes, even these little ones that have kind of these fun little, great news events, they're going to dilly-dally a little bit. So keep that in mind too. It's that S&P. That's the backbone of the financial industry. And if that thing's getting ready to flush, doing a 3 drive pattern, doesn't mean this can't be a long C drive. It certainly can. We don't know how long the C drive is going to go. Usually it goes up, right? Makes 3 little drives in there. This one didn't. Came down, it made one here, one little drive right here, one little pennant here, and that was it. That's all we got out of that whole drive. That's one strong move right there. One little pennant. And then this one here, same thing. You got your little triangle formation right here. So you got your little wedge pattern. Land, you can't draw this tool. So now we got our little triangle formation. So these are little pennants. These are triangles. They're just a little bit bigger. That's all. They come in between where the blue lights break. And then we got another one right in here. Not a very pretty one, but that's kind of a little triangle wedge pattern here. And then, it just wasn't a very big B drive. The B drive kind of petered out on us. That's the B1. And we didn't even get it. We didn't even get a little Didn't even get anything in there. No B2 at all. Well, you could almost call that a B2, but that's a B2 fail. Well, I don't know if you want to call it a fail. It went right into the B drive. So that's a B1 right there. That's a B2. I mean, it's really it's one bar. One bar. That's your B2 right there. So, and then it went in and created the C drive. Or that's the C. You know what we said, yeah. So that means that's C1. I don't know. You could merge those two together and just call this all the A drive all the way up to here, and that's the B drive. Maybe. Hindsight will tell us, but I'm going to call it the B drive right now because it's too plain. It's too well formed. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars, 5 dots. You know, it really did go sideways there. It really did break the blue lights. It really did go into a triangle formation. So I don't know. I don't know. That could all be one. This could be the B drive here. You don't know. You have to wait and see what it's the big hedge funds, and it's like Aladdin is the one that decides this. You know, they're the ones who decide how they're gonna read that. All we're doing is reverse engineering the big hedge fund models, trying to decide what they're going to call it, what they did, what they're going to do, how they're going to manage this. We don't know. We just guess. But all I can tell you is that this is getting up pretty high, and it looks like to me it needs to digest a little. Maybe back down to the 200, maybe back down to the 38.2. If it breaks, we'll have to just make your adjustments. Just keep pushing that Fibonacci ruler up higher and higher and higher, and then just adjusting that delta cone of probability of where that one standard deviation is, but where this thing can come back to. And when it breaks, we'll look for a little ABC pattern at the bottom of we'll look for the little ABC pattern in the second drive. That's where we want to start getting back in. All right. Does anybody else have one they want to take a look at? Albert saying take profit at 420. Is that on Caterpillar? Let's go back and look at Caterpillar. 420. Well, that's that peak up in there. Yeah, if it hit that would be a nice place to take your profits. 420. Elon loves the number 420. 418.50. You're just a little bit. 420 would be on the outside of resistance. Now remember, if you want to you're going to put a limit order in there, Albert, to take your profits at that level. If you think the market's going to go to 420, don't put your limit order at 420, because it might go right up to $419.99 and then flush like a toilet, and you won't get it. So if your resistance is right at 420, and in this case, our resistance is at 418.50. You want to have it inside of 418.50 so it doesn't have to break through to get to your order. You want it to go up, and if it's going to go up to 418.50, you want your order to be filled at 417. All right. You want to get in there. You want to take your profits earlier than 418.50 if that's resistance, you want it to have to go through your order to give you your profits before it hits resistance. All right. Because that's the way it works. If you're going to make it break through 1850 to give you your profit, you might not get your profit. It might go up, turn and flush. So I like to have it on the inside, so that order gets filled. Now, if you're going to put a stop order, you want it on the outside, because you don't want your stop orders to be filled. So you put that on the outside. But to a limit order to take profits, you want that on the inside. You want that make it easy for the market to hit your order. Easy to hit. All right, not hard. It's hard to get past a price. It's easy to go up to a price. Make it go through your order to get to its target. All right, I guess that's it. Anybody else have any questions you want to run? You got anybody else got a stock that you're so interested in? You just like, I wish Lan would do this stock. IBM, same thing, just on fire. What a beautiful stock. What a beautiful run on IBM. Crazy, man, crazy. Look at how beautiful that pattern is. Doesn't get any better than that. Doesn't get any better than that. All right, let's have some fun before we go. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Have some fun. Have some fun.
Hey, Lan Turner here. I got a hot stock market tip for you. Subscribe to Pitt News Magazine. You can thank me later.
All right, guys. Have you got...
Hey, Claire here. Guess what? Mr. Turner handed me the mic. I've now got my very own podcast, Pitt News on Air, your new weekly hit from Pitt News Magazine. Join me every Wednesday for stories, interviews, and a little behind-the-scenes scoop. We're live on Spotify, and yep, now on Apple Podcasts, too. Visit pittnews.com to follow. Come hang out with me and the gang. We're all there. Jake and Lena, of course, Lan Turner, David Duty, Dr. Scott Brown, Jordan Black, and even Aiden shows up on occasion. We're having a world of fun. Don't miss out. Pitt News on Air. Because news should never be boring. It's where your trading friends are. Follow us wherever you get your podcasts.
And she did drop one yesterday. So did you guys get her podcast yesterday? She's working really hard. She's trying to do these little podcasts and also help me with the magazine. So she's got another one coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a longer one. This is not one of her personal ones. She's been doing her little personal ones on Mondays and Fridays. I don't know how long she's going to keep doing that. Maybe I told her she didn't have to do 2 a week. She could only do 1 a week. She only has to do 1 a week. But I mean, 2 a week. She's been doing 3 a week. I said, you don't need to do 3 podcasts a week. So we'll see what she does. Anyway, right now she dropped one on Monday, and then she got another one getting ready for tomorrow. All right, guys, so go subscribe to her over at Pitt. It's free, but get your Pitt News Magazine too. You got to have Pitt News Magazine, $39.95, and you get the spreadsheets that come with it. Tomorrow is going to be day trading day in the futures market in the afternoon. So we're going to day trade Power Hour. So come and join us tomorrow for Power Hour at 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Make the adjustments for your time, and we will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Got to do one more.
Look, if you haven't subscribed to Pitt News Magazine yet, then I'm going to need to see you professionally, because you must have something wrong with your brain.
And of course, we got to do this one.
Okay, this is the software I use. It's called Track and Trade. They've got 2 versions, one for stocks, one for futures. This is the website, trade.com. This is where you download a free 2-week trial. No credit card required. Okay, go download your copy, then come back here, follow along, and I'll show you all my settings.
All right, guys, that's it. We'll catch you tomorrow afternoon for Power Hour. And nice to see everybody here. Glad to have everybody come. It's good to have a good classroom here in the middle of the summertime, July. All right, we'll see you later.
All right, that wraps it up for today. If you got something out of this, do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone else who's trading or learning.
Hey, don't forget to tell them to subscribe to Pitt News Magazine.
Oh yeah, definitely subscribe to Pitt News Magazine. You'll thank us later.